So, I just need to make sure that I can do things in a very specific order here. And now we become the hermit on the mountain. Yeah, before we continue, did I actually remember to do that? No, I did not. They did not actually get to make us remove any equipment or anything. But we are going to face royal soldiers coming down the mountain here. Who, really aren't going to put up a fight. I mean, I guess we could just run from them. But they aren't really sturdy. And they get us some experience. So let's go check on the Orsted fan club over here. Because remember, he's been told this whole time he just needs one person to believe in him. Right now, that's mainly sufficing as a princess. And the kid doesn't want to believe it. But the parents are like, no, stay away from him! So even though you're not going to do anything to them, they are now terrified of you. And this room is now completely freaking empty. So we can go just about anywhere we want to. And these Green Knights are just a slightly tougher version of the soldiers we've already run into. But not greatly tougher. So there really isn't much else we can do here. So I believe that all we had to do was go talk to the family that is now terrified of us. Did I go the wrong way? I think I did. Hero Mountain. There's no reason to go to Hero Mountain. I mean, we can run. It doesn't affect anything. The only thing it does is get you out of fights and don't give you the experience for it. Yeah, this is not an Undertale story. That only counts in the ninja chapter itself. So Worsted, after talking to the kid, basically goes to turn himself in. And he gets sentenced for a very speedy public execution. Edgeworth would be impressed. Of course, the door's locked. But that's Uranus up there who looks a little worse for wear. It's like, well, you know, I never stopped believing in you, but now I don't. Now I kind of see why Hash didn't like people very much. And he tries to give us an inspirational speech like, man, please don't start hating humanity over this. Someone still believes in you out there. You've still got the princess, who said she would believe in you. And Uranus spends the last of his energy to unlock your cell door, and then collapses. So we're gonna get the nice sepia tone flashback to winning the contest. And also a flashback to the dream he had. So we need to go back to where we were to find the demon, kill it, and restore our name, basically. So they think we killed Uranus to keep him from speaking. And now the soldiers are actually going to fight us on the way out. this game has done a few things to defy expectations. So, sadly, they are not running away scared from us anymore. It'd be nice, but you know. It would have been nice if there had been a mechanic for, you know, the guards dying actually doing anything of note. But there's not. How many do I have? Okay, we've got full healing. Okay. Do not need to go refill. Yeah, that'll help you. Okay. Because there are fights in here, that no matter how well leveled up you are, you still have a pretty good chance to get wrecked. Not the common fights, but there are a lot of boss fights we're gonna have to wade our way through as we face down our fears. All the way up here. Actually save right in front of the door. Okay, this isn't it. Just the fact that it decided to do that. Funny game. Every time we get near a door, we will get a boss. In this case, claustrophobia. Who really is kind of one of the... I mean, it's fitting because it's the first one you're going to run into here. But probably the easiest of the bunch. We'll also run into arachnophobia there as a common enemy. And as long as you know what the different phobias are, everything we're going to run into will make sense from a design standpoint. Really, this next one isn't too difficult. I keep that enemy away from Dragonus. This next one is scotophobia. And if you are unfamiliar with what scotophobia is, fear of the dark. I'm pretty sure. However, hammer power is good for delaying a turn fairly well, and it does decent, not game-breaking damage. So scotophobia pretty much down fairly easy. And it dropped a one-use item called a Demon's Cloud for us, which was nice. Just because it does a whole bunch of attack. It's not as good as some of the other things we can get in other chapters, like the cola bottle or even the Sweejan scale. But you know. And here's cynophobia, which literally is fear of dogs. We can do that, it just kind of delays our turn. Doesn't do damage or anything, but it can make us drunk. Which is annoying. But it is not very tough. Yeah, that's on it. I do not do well navigating this chapter for obvious reasons. Dang it. And there's entomophobia, fear of insects. Don't let that one near Gonta. He wouldn't appreciate it. Stigmatophobia? Yeah. That could be interesting to have. Nope. I have completely forgotten how to get through here. There we go. So now we have acrophobia, fear of heights, and an acrophobia container. Acrophobia, if we could just beat the acrophobia container, that would be, that would end it. However, there is a chance if we actually want an item, there is a flame armor that if you kill all the things in here, you have a chance of getting it. A chance. However, they can do things that actually do hurt back. And this is one of the fights you want the healing flowers for. They do that and it does pretty decent damage. And we're a little beat up, but we're not terribly abused yet, despite the fact that he's starting to take a knee down there. Now, there is a chance that just netted his flame armor. And this container is going to do literally nothing as we hammer it into oblivion here. At least it has never done anything to me before. It just kind of sits there and dies if you hit it a couple times. And got the flame armor. Good for us. And if you look, it gives us an extra 12 defense over the iron suit, increases our speed by 8, and increases our IQ by 20. So it's basically a very, very powerful set of armor that it's almost worth grinding that fight multiple times to get it, if you don't get it on the first try. I don't like the next fight. Although traditionally in the past I've had more trouble with the Fear of Darkness fight than I have the others. Oddly. Too bad they didn't give me any bug spray. Yeah, the fear of darkness, if you actually let it get a good hit on you, can actually delay your turn, start draining your abilities, and boosting its own in a hurry. So it kind of becomes a force multiplier for itself. Luckily, the hammer ability was enough to keep it from doing what it needed to do. And what could easily be the worst fight out of this bunch is gynophobia, fear of women. And let's see. So, there are very few ways that work really, really well to deal with gynophobia. We can try death trailing her. Sometimes that works. Ah, she got Sweet Whisper. Okay. There we go. Got lucky that the spindle activated and knocked her away so we could run and heal. Or else we were going to be in for a world of pain. Because there's a good chance she can just spam you with the Sweet Whisper attack and do all that damage and keep you asleep for the rest of the fight. Anyway. And we're back here. Back where we defeated the Knot Demon. And boy, don't this place look remarkably clean for having had a cave-in not too long ago? Huh. Something's not right here. Well, only one thing to do, and that's kind of look at the statue. Only to notice that there is a hidden staircase back there. That would have been handy. Would have been handy to know that existed. And it's a long passageway with several stairs up. Huh. Where's this? Wow, that looks interesting. Kind of looks like a Roman centurion helmet or something. Up on top of it. So someone says, "You've come!" And gee, is anyone actually surprised? Is anyone actually surprised that Strabo is sitting there waiting for us? When he tells us that the collapsing roof didn't actually happen, but there was a rumbling. So while we were attending to Hash, he was looking at the statue and found that little secret. So he decided he would stay behind and push us out of the way, so he could be the one to save Alicia. Jealousy, you know, green-eyed monster and all, so he decides to fake his own death. And he triggers the secret, which makes it sound like the place is about to come down on us. Three, two, one. And he screams like he's getting crushed. And bars the door behind us. I don't think this is a case of Polly would have saved anything, because Strabo was kind of eaten up with jealousy over the fact that Orsted beat him in everything. So he kind of snapped and decided that for once he could be the hero. So he's going wahahaing at us. And yeah, that indeed was him that we saw in the bedroom at the castle, who basically cast a spell of illusion on us and made us see the king as the demon. And now he's mad at us for following through and coming back here. So he's had some big feelings of resentment for a while now, which were amplified by coming here. They were severely amplified by coming here and being in the demon's lair, so to speak. So he will indeed try to knock us all down. So he does a neat floaty thing, kind of, sort of, transforms. But he is still called Strabo. He is not Odio. Help. It wouldn't do to die here. So we're just going to hit him with the strongest thing we got. He's going to try to return the favor, but he doesn't quite have the juice. Oh, come on. Accept your fate. Fine. And once again, he's not quite up to the task of beating Orsted. Except this time, I don't think we went easy enough on him and we actually did kill him. which Orsted is legitimately upset about because he thought Strabo was his friend this whole time. And Alicia comes out and sees Strabo on the ground and screams at Orsted to stay away. And she's only thinking that's like, well, why didn't you come for me? Strabo managed to find me, but where were you? And Strabo has apparently been talking to Alicia the whole time about how much Orsted has been making him suffer. And she's crying over the fallen Strabo. And she says it's alright, because she plans to join him soon. Pulls out a knife and kills herself. So remember how Orsted has been built up on if he has one person to believe in him, then things are going to be okay. He got nobody now. So yeah, he keeps having all these people telling him as long as one person believes in you, you can't give up. But all these scenes of the people that actually did believe in him just being cast off and dying. Yeah, everything he's fought for, everything he's believed in, nothing's left. And yeah. So because of the way humanity has treated him and those he has cared about, he casts aside his humanity to become a demon. And from now on, he is no longer Orsted. He is, as you've guessed, probably guessed, he is the Demon King Odio. Yeah, breaking news. Strabo ruins everything. Which is why if you go into like fan forums and such, everybody hates Strabo. Nobody likes Strabo at all. And yeah, to be continued.